Hello everyone, and now welcome to Game 4 in this best of 5 series. MMA has spawned as the red Terran player here on the bottom left hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Hasuobs has spawned as the blue Protoss on the top left. Terran versus Protoss once more. Hasuobs finding the right combination of units and also just keeping his opponent off guard by rushing the High Templar. That is not something you see very often, and it is more of a very risky venture that happened to pay off for him. It put pressure onto MMA, who was really focusing on getting a lot of minerals for Marines by being forced to all of a sudden get a lot of gas, not only for a Ghost Academy and the Ghost, but still maintain that production of medevacs. With that tension and with that stress early on, MMA just didn't have the right number of units, and because of that, Hasuobs was able to take a game off of him. Will MMA learn his lesson from game 1, from game 3, or will he fall prey to that strategy once more? Now, Whirlwind is a rather large map, and with that said, sometimes Terran players will take that opportunity to go ahead and go for a command center first. That's what we're seeing here, and it looks like it will be a command center first strategy coming in from MMA. Meanwhile, Hasuobs is doing a very, very traditional build here and not getting this second Vespene Geyser. If he had gone for a second Vespene Geyser, I would say that he wanted to get a very strong... Well, there is the second Vespene Geyser. How many probes is he putting on each assimilator? Only 2. So with this, he could be trying to go for some sort of hybrid build, trying to make sure that he doesn't get any diminishing returns. This is, the non-diminishing returns build, but he is not going to have the economy to deal with a massive Marine army. He will need to get Psystorm or Colossus out very quickly. Without one or the other, the mass Marine army of MMA is going to simply overrun him. How do I know it's mass Marines? Well, because of the delay in the game, in order to sacrifice for an early economic opening, you do delay in gas and in tech. With that, the only thing that you can really train early on are Marines. Adding to those Marines, if you do go for a quick factory followed up with the starport, that opening does tend to lend itself well to this double command center style that we are seeing from MMA. Now, with this here, we finally see 3 workers on each of these assimilators. And what is going on here? It looks like he is trying to hide a Twilight Council and perhaps go for a very, very fast, perhaps even a DT run by. This is pretty much putting all of your eggs in one basket in every way, shape, and form. MMA, looking for the Protoss, has not scouted him as of yet. He even went inside the main base thinking, you know what? Something's gotta give. Something smells fishy here. And I don't quite know what it is. You can see that there is one bunker in position, and with 2 orbital commands, that should be enough scanner sweep in order to stop any sort of Dark Templar play. But no, it's looking like it could just be straight up Blink Stalkers. Blink Stalkers with perhaps a mothership core could... well, there's not that many cliffs. There's only one position to try to blink, and this would be right here inside the main base. The mothership core is now just being trained, so it's not going to have nearly the amount of energy that it needs. Meanwhile, we are just now getting in this proxy pylon, and oh, that stalker quickly realizes, wait, there's a Marine in that bunker. Let me back off. We are going to wait for perhaps 8 to 12 stalkers before anything happens, and this SCV just comes inside and doesn't know if there's an expansion there. Now, this is one of those situations. Do you use the scanner sweep? Of course you do. You need to know what your opponent is doing. Now you know that your opponent is going to be hitting with some sort of 4-gate timing, and this is what MMA is choosing to respond with. A whole bunch of SCVs on the ramp, bunker on the high ground, and this is normally the safe call. The problem, though, is that this defense is very, very stationary. What can happen? we can see that the pylon is already in position off over here. You can either try and bypass the army by blinking across this way, or you can just get inside the main base up on the high ground. There is not that many stalkers though, only 3 stalkers here and 3 stalkers on the low ground. We need many more stalkers for anything to really start happening. Alright, the Mothership Core could try and put pressure on this supply depot. That would actually be a very safe call, forcing some of the units to perhaps try and engage. There is also a Widow Mine there, but is it going to get scouted out? This is all a giant trap that could go absolutely wrong. Oh, the Stalkers, blink past that there, and that was a beautiful, beautiful play. The Stalkers just simply blink past that and are now going after the tech labs. One tech lab down. Another tech lab could get taken down here as well. But is this really what you want to be doing right now? Hasuobs realizes that this is not a good engagement at all. The Stalkers are blinking back. One of them does not make it, and that was not a good trade at all. Hasuobs putting himself behind even further. You can see, there goes a Widow Mine. A beautiful blink by Hasuobs to save it, and another beautiful blink to just completely avoid those Widow Mine hits. Some very, very strong play, doing the micro, doing the necessary, but he's really putting himself in a position where he has to work much harder than you would normally have to. All right, 3 Stalkers blink inside a base, and they do not... one of them blinks out. The other does get stranded, and here you go. MMA now leaving a Widow Mine right there, knowing that his opponent may try to blink in again. All right, let's take a look at this. 43 supply compared to 68. The Nexus now being placed down, but it is definitely too little, too late. 39 Harvesters compared to 25. You can see that the Stalkers are trying to make something happen, and A for effort to Hasuobs right now, but this is not going to go well. The Stalkers simply cannot engage very, very easily in this position at all. You can see that, this Stalker does blink back there, is able to avoid some attacks. The Marauders have a range of 7 inside that bunker, outranging the Stalkers considerably, and also considering the fact that there is a Widow Mine here, even that Mothership Core can't get into position to try and protect and defend it. Here you go. You can still see 4 warp gates there. Worker count 45 to 27 with 3 mules in play. And this is just constantly going from bad to worse. MMA trying to just fly around, realizes that there is more and more Stalkers all over the place. This factory may get blown apart. No, it looks like the SCVs will get there in time. The Stalker does back off in time. Nope. A little bit of engagement there, but all Hasuobs is doing is dancing, doing a very, very dangerous dance, and he may get taken out here. All right, there is that SCV. He does a little bit of scouting. He sees exactly what he wants to see. Very, very minimal, very, very minimal presence, if anything, inside the base, as the Zealots are going to get taken down here. Twilight Council taking a little bit of damage. This platoon of Marines and Marauders just destroying everything inside the space. One pylon and one pylon only powering these 4 warp gates, and with that, no reinforcements whatsoever. The Nexus may be the next to fall. All right, are the Marines going to get it down in time? It looks like that will not be the case. The Marines now fighting back, but the damage has been dealt as Hasuobs now trying to reestablish his main base. All right, 56 to 105. This has been a slow bleed. Yeah, it really felt like Hasuobs tried to pounce on an unsuspecting MMA, only to pounce inside a trap, and now slowly bleeding out. And this is what's going to be happening. Hasuobs losing. All right, there's a snow sweep, and yes, Hasuobs will be losing this matchup here. The trade's not going to be effective at all. And there is the GG. Well played. Good luck as MMA moves on in this series over Hasuobs. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed Game 4 of this best of 5.